That thing you're going to use the internet for when you're done looking at cat videos. Cue title scene.
I've got another confession to make. I'm your fool.
Don Jon. A movie that talks mostly about what I did for that intro. Why? Because this is the film that makes the directorial debut of Mr. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's right, fake Robin himself. And in this movie, he not only directs, but stars. And in the film, he plays a muscular bartender who just happens to be a porn addict. But unlike the rest of us, this porn addict, his big deal is that he actually gets women. That's right. I joke a lot and pretend to do like gay jokes on these videos. But in reality, I have no clue, because I'm straight, so I have no clue what really makes a man attractive. I just base it on the common sense factors. And when it comes to Mr. Levitt, I have no idea. And in this film, I kind of just accepted he's supposed to be majorly sexy. Why? Because the minute this movie started, I got where it was coming from. That's right, this was a good movie that made sense from beginning to end. He looks like someone who belongs on the Jersey Shore, and he acts and thinks that way. The point of this movie is seeing how all this acts in the real world. Obviously, things like the Jersey Shore was not the real world. This film acts as if it's trying to be in the real world. Which is ironic. The fiction is in the real world and the reality is not in the real world. Go figure. But basically, he's a porn addict who starts dating Scarlett Johansson, a.k.a. the reason non-comic book fans paid really close attention to the Avengers. And in this film, let's just say while he was looking at the porn, I was hoping someone else would be naked. I went there. That's creepy. The thing is that there's no way to talk about this movie in a PG sense. But that being said, it doesn't try to be PG. This is a real issue. He prefers porn to sex with real women, which he can get whatever he wants, and normally that would piss a guy like me off, someone who not very good with the ladies. But the thing is that in this film, it's so interesting to see how that plays out. Because it's such an unfathomable idea to the rest of us, but the more you see it, the more like, yeah, that probably happens. I don't know how often it happens, but he comes off as enough of a jerk to where you could see he probably thinks in his head sex is always better. And I guess it kind of is. Let's not get into my love life or anything here. But in his love life, you really see it. And you get where the contrast comes in. Because he thinks sex is a certain way, and she thinks love is a certain way. She is obsessed with Hollywood romantic movies. And the thing is that that's something every guy can connect with. We all know girls who just fantasize about having the perfect Cinderella life and everything, and every girl knows guys who fantasize and think everything is perfect sex life. This film has such a great social commentation on it. What do people want? Where are we all going? What's it all for? And it just puts it in such a funny way. Much of this movie, it's hilarious. It's the thing where, typically in movies like this, the big problem is they have a moral they're trying to get out to you, and either one of two things happens. One, it doesn't actually get through to you because it's trying to do too many jokes. Or two, it gets through to you, but none of it's funny. Here it was, for the most part, the right blend. I'm not going to lie, some of it was, there are some jokes in here that are pretty cheesy. Towards the end, all the porn jokes kind of become too much, and the film does just sort of end. I felt like maybe a little bit got chopped off. It didn't feel like a complete ending, and it didn't go the way I expected to. But that's reality. It very rarely goes the way you expect it to. And also Tony Danza plays his dad. He's not that good. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know Tony Danza. I'm not from that decade. But I thought he would be a lot funner than he was. I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't very useful. He has a sister in the movie, she's not very useful. Julianne Moore's in the movie. She plays like a widow who has sort of a crazy relationship with Don Jon. And it's just sort of, I don't know, it didn't click for me. I was more interested with the Scarlett Johansson stuff because that was something that was relevant to my life, because I know girls who are so obsessed with this oversensitized romantic view of the world. So that was more interesting. I think maybe you could have said things through her perspective a bit more. Because honestly, I found myself on his side during the porn argument. But at that same token, it is his movie, and it is about him, and it is from a guy's perspective. So even though it left me wanting more, it left me wanting more in a real sense. And that worked for this movie. And for this movie, I'm going to go 7 out of 10 on the comedy scale. Like I said, it could have done a bit better in some areas. Danza was useless. The sister was useless. His mom was kind of annoying. I didn't like her at all. Julianne Moore was sort of shoved in there. But let's face it, she's got Hunger Games 3 coming for her, so we know she'll be fine. Scarlett Johansson was great. I thought a tad underused at times. The accents got a little annoying, but they were still pretty funny. Overall, this is a solidly funny movie that, check it out. Do not see it with your parents. When I was talking to my parents later about the movie, I was like, well, it's a movie about, yeah. So, anyways, I want to say leave a comment below about your crazy stories where you get caught with porn, but this is a public website, so I have an idea. Leave a comment below on your opinion of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Is he handsome? Is he ugly? What's he to you? Because to me, I don't know anymore, because in this film he was jacked. But in Dark Knight Rises, I kind of found him boring. So tell me that below, and if you want to see me get flustered more, click on that subscribe button.